In this video, I'll be sharing with you a requested tutorial from my group on how to cut this stylish underbust backless dress. This dress is from Up the Hill on TikTok. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead to hit on the subscribe button. So let's dive right into today's video. For this pattern, the basic measurement you need is your shoulder to bust line, under bust, waist, and blouse length. So from my waist to my blouse length is 7 inches. So now the next step you mark is your shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 14 inches divided by 2. I have 7 inches. I'll come down by 1 inch on this point. So now from here I'll go ahead just to draw out a shoulder slope. So while drawing my shoulder slope, I'll make sure that what I have here is about 3 inches to serve as a guide. The next step I'll take is to find my chest line, which is my bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, which will give me 7 inches, and I will mark. So what I will do next is to mark what I have back on my shoulder at that point. On my chest line, I'll draw out a straight line. Now I'll divide what I have there into 2 and mark. Come out by ½ inch. Go ahead and mark my bust circumference divided by 4 here. After marking that, I'm going to go ahead to place my ruler touching here and also at this point. Now I'll now connect to this point. So after this, I'm going to go ahead to insert my body measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, which is 33 divided by 4. I have 8.3 and add ½ inch. Here I'll mark my waist circumference divided by 4. My waist is 28 divided by 4. I have 7, and I'll add ½ inch. After adding that ½ inch, I'll add an extension of 2 inches, which I'll be using for the loop of my pattern. But when I'm connecting, I'll connect it to this side. This will be connected at the lower part of my pattern to create that loop that will go to the other side. You don't want to start having a joining from this side of your pattern, right? So here also, I'll mark my waist circumference divided by 4, add the ½ inch and add extra 2 inches. Now I'll also go ahead and mark my waist here because this is a basque. We don't really need our hip measurement on this side of our pattern. So whatever I have on my waist is what I'll just go ahead and take all the way down to that point. So I'll just go ahead and connect this. So this is the extension that I need for my pattern by the side, because we have like a loop at the back of the dress, so you don't want to go ahead and start having joining on that part. So I'll just cut it out. When I'm cutting, I'll cut it, but I'll fold it in so that it won't confuse you when I'm actually drafting out the pattern of this dress. So remember, your pattern is on fold. So if you cut this out, when you're cutting it on your actual fabric, whatever you're cutting should be on fold for each side of your pattern. So just like I said, I'll just go ahead and fold this in, right? So now let's go ahead and alter this pattern to give us what we want. So let's go ahead and alter this pattern. So just like I said, I folded this in. So now the next step you want to take is to know where you want the neckline, let's call it neckline of the dress, to start. So I'll just place, and let's say I'll come down like 4 inches, just like when you're cutting your normal off shoulder dress, right? So I'll just mark that 4 inches. So from this 4 inches now, I'll extend it here. So next I will go in a bit. So let me mark a neckline. to serve as a guide. So let me use that 3 inches neckline here to serve as a guide. So I'll place my tape and place my ruler and place it here. So from here, my ruler is touching this line. I will go ahead to connect. I'll connect. So I've gotten the neckline of this side. So from here now, I'll just take what I have here and I'll just cut here a bit so that it will not really have like air on the pattern, and I'll extend it to my underbust. Then I'll outline my underbust properly. So I've gotten this part. Now I'll now bring out this. So from this part, you have an extension at the back. So this extension is not must that is a 2 inches. You can add 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. It's just that if you look at what we have at the back, it is not much. It is more like a loop at the back of the dress. So now I'll come up a bit here by 1 inch at the waistline of this dress, and I will go ahead to connect. Or I'll just go up more. Let's say 2 inches. So why I'm doing this is that I don't want to have a joining at the side. So if you look at the pattern, there's no joining actually at the side of the pattern, and I will connect. So now this is my basque. So from my waistline, I'll come down by 1 inch. So I'm just going to go ahead to curve it out this way here. Then I'll now place it. So I used 7 inches for this basque because it's very long. But if you cut it and feel like the 7 inches is too long, so let's just say you want to readjust it to about 6 inches, this is what you'll be having. Now let's go ahead and cut this out. So this is the part you'll be attaching the loops. That is those little loops, just like when you make your corset dress, you're making a loop at the back, you make and attach to this part. So what I'll do now is to go ahead to cut this out. So this is my loop, and I'll go ahead to cut here. So now this is the back of, this is the front of the dress that extends to the back. So you notice we don't have any joining, and now this is the upper part of this dress. So if you notice, there was a fabric, how will I say, like there's a casing here to allow you like pass rope through this part. So you can add like extra 1 inch to it so that you can fold it up, or extra 1.5 inches. So also you can add like a slash and spread effect at this upper part of this pattern to give you exactly what you have. So this extra inches I added here is just for you to go ahead to fold this way, and you're going to pass your loop in between and now drag it and give you that effect you have on the neckline. So just like I said, to have extra like little ruche or make it fuller, just like we have on the picture or on the video, all you have to do is slash and open it up this way. So this is what you will have actually on the dress. So when you slash and spread, you can now you have to slash it open in a way that it can easily open. So you just open it little, depending on how the ruche or the gathering is not much. You can just open it up this way, pin, trace it out, then you now fold this up, make a rope, pass through it, then attach this part to this part of your dress. So now attach a loop here which will go to the back of the dress.